Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Tuesday, April 16th, 2024. Today I'm going to recap the NBA and NHL from yesterday. Look ahead to tonight's game to the sport. We'll preview and pick the NBA playing games. We have soccer, including Champions League to talk about. I'll give out a future for the portfolio. We'll talk about last night's episode of American Idol, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start with the NHL. We'll recap yesterday and look ahead to tonight's games. Red Wings over the Habs 5-4 in OT on a game winner by Lucas Raymond. Red Wings are down 4-1 and they come back and win the game in overtime. So what a win for them to keep their season alive. Sabres over the Lightning 4-2. Islanders over the Devils 4-1. Penguins over the Predators 4-2. Capitals over the Bruins 2-0. Or Capitals over the Bruins 2-0, so best bet loses. Rangers over the Senators 4-0 as they clinch the division, the East, and the President's Trophy all in one. Oilers over the Sharks 9-2, and the Wild over the Kings 3-1. All right, decent number of games again tonight. 7 o'clock, Senators, Bruins. What's at stake here? The Atlantic Division. The Panthers are only one back of Boston. The Bruins minus 230. The Sens are plus 188. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 140. Unders plus 114. Sens plus 1.5 is minus 137. Bruins minus 1.5 is plus 114. Tough one here. But we'll go with the under at plus money. Red Wings Habs, so rematch of yesterday. In the home and home. What's at stake here? Red Wings win. Capitals lose. They're in. They're minus 176 favorites. The Habs are plus 146. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 105. Others minus 115. Wings minus 1.5 is plus 42. Habs plus 1.5 is minus 76. I'm going to go with the over again here. Capitals Flyers. What's at stake here? Philly's still in it. If they win, they're still alive. If Washington loses, they could be out depending on other results. So Washington's pretty much win it in. So you got to keep an eye out for that. The Flyers are favored, though, minus 146. The Caps are plus 122. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Caps plus 1.5 is minus 10. Philly minus 1.5 is plus 72. I'm going to go with the under in this one as well. Hurricanes, Blue Jackets. What's at stake here? Nothing. Meaningless game. If I'm Carolina, I rest everyone. Rangers did their job last night, so why? Carolina minus 275. Columbus plus 220. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 138. Unders plus 112. Carolina minus 1.5 is minus 104. Columbus plus 1.5 is minus 115. I'm going to throw the curveball and give out the plus 220 with the Blue Jackets tonight, only because Carolina's not playing for anything. Carolina's looking at the game one against the Islanders. 7:30 on ESPN. Maple Leafs, Panthers. Panthers win, Bruins lose. They win the division. Leafs, nothing's at stake. So they're locked in the third. So what's at stake for Toronto? Who do they rather play? So if they win this game, isn't that saying that they'd rather play Florida? So if I'm Toronto, I try. But then again, the hockey dogs will frown on you if you tank a game to play a certain opponent. I mean, that's why some people were in favor of the Knicks trying on Sunday. So it's kind of similar. Do you rather play Florida or Boston? So that's what's at stake for Toronto. The Panthers minus 140. Maple Leafs are plus 116 over under 6.5. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Leafs plus 1.5 is minus 10. Panthers minus 1.5 is plus 172. I'm going to go with the over at even money. 8 o'clock, Kraken Jets. What's at stake here for Winnipeg? second place in the division in home ice against Colorado. So you could argue that Winnipeg has to win this game. They're minus 220. Kraken plus 180 over under 5.5. Overs minus 108. Unders minus 112. Kraken plus 1.5 is minus 144. Jets minus 1.5 is plus 120. I'm going to go with the Jets on the puck line. 10 o'clock, ESPN Plus and Hulu. Blackhawks, Golden Knights. What is Vegas playing for here? Third in the division and to play Edmonton. But if you're Vegas, do you want to play Dallas or do you want to play Edmonton? If I'm them, I'd rather play Edmonton. So if I'm Vegas, I try to win this game. But even if they win this game, it's not guaranteed that they're going to play Edmonton because it depends on what the Kings do tomorrow. Vegas minus 420, Chicago plus 320 over under 5.5, overs minus 140, unders plus 114. Chicago plus 1.5 is plus 125, Vegas minus 1.5 is minus 150. I'm going to go with the under. And last but not least, ESPN Plus and Hulu as well. Flames Canucks. And here's something, the Canucks don't have the Pacific wrapped up yet. So Vancouver's still sitting there on the table for Vegas, but it's a long shot though. In terms of the first round. Vancouver minus 220, Calgary plus 180 over under 6.5, overs plus 106, unders minus 130. Flames plus 1.5 is minus 138. Vancouver minus 1.5 is plus 115. I'm going to lay the puck line with the Vancouver Canucks. All right, now move on to baseball. We'll recap the results from yesterday and look ahead to the slate for tonight, which is a larger slate. Guardians over the Red Sox 6-0. Orioles over the Twins 7-4. Phillies over Rockies 2-10 on a walk-off single by Christian Pache. Blue Jays over the Yankees 3-1. Giants over the Marlins 4-3. Rangers over the Tigers 1-0. Angels over the Rays 7-3. Mets over the Pirates 6-3. Royals over the White Sox 2-0. Padres over the Brewers 7-3. Braves over the Astros 6-1. Cubs over the Diamondbacks 3-2-11. Cards over the A's 3-1. Mariners over the Reds 9-3. And the Nats over the Dodgers 6-4. All right, we have a matinee game today between the Rangers and the Tigers at 1 o'clock. John Gray and Casey Mize. Rangers minus 122, Tigers plus 104 over under 8, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Rangers minus 1.5 is plus 134, Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 162. You would think that line is low for the Rangers. I'm going the opposite way. I'm going Tigers plus 104. Casey Mize breakout game. 6:30 Twins O's. Chris Paddock and Grayson Rodriguez. O's minus 172. Twins plus 144 over under 8.5. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. Twins plus 1.5 is minus 144. O's minus 1.5 is plus 120. I like the over in this one. Rockies Phillies. Austin Gomber and Ranger Suarez. Phils minus 250, Rockies plus 205 over under 8.5, overs minus 106, unders minus 114. Rockies plus 1.5 is minus 102, Phillies minus 1.5 is minus 118. That's a tough one. I'm going to lay the run line with the Phillies. Giants Marlins, Jordan Hicks, and Ryan Weathers. Giants minus 142. Marlins plus 120 over under 8.5, minus 110 each way. Giants minus 1.5 is plus 116. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 140. I like the under. Angels Rays 650. Jose Soriano and Aaron Savali. Rays minus 162. Angels plus 136 over under 8.5. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Angels plus 1.5 is minus 162. Rays minus 1.5 is plus 134. I'm going to go lay the run line with the Rays. 1.5 plus 134. 7 o'clock, Yankees, Jays. Carlos Rodon and Yusei Kikuchi. Yanks favored minus 120. Jays plus 102 over under 8.5. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. Yanks -1/2 is +134. Jays +1/2 is -162. Auto under. Kikuchi pitches well against the Yanks, and Rodon's been pretty good this year, including, if I'm not mistaken, he pitched against the Jays too in the home opening series. Or no, he didn't, but I think he'll pitch well again. Guardians, Red Sox, Tanner Bibbe and Garrett Whitlock. Sox -110, Guardians -106, over under 9, overs -105, unders -115. Guardians -1/2 is +142, Sox +1/2 is -172. Guardians favored on the run line, Sox favored on the money line. Yesterday, Yankees were favored on the run line, and Jays were favored on the money line, and Boston won. But I like the under here a lot. That's low. I'm sorry, that's high. Pirates, Mets. Jared Jones and Jose Quintana with the Mets with the chance to go over 500. They're -126. Pirates +108, over under 7.5. Overs -122, unders even money. Pirates +1/2 is -200. Mets -1/2 is +164. I like the Pirates outright +108. I just like betting on Jared Jones. Royals, White Sox at 7:30. Brady Singer and Jonathan Cannon making his debut. Royals -180. White Sox +152, over under 7.5. Overs -132, unders even money. Sox +1/2 and Royals -1/2 is -110 each way. I'm going to lay it with the Royals on the run line. Padres, Brewers. Dylan Cease and Wade Miley. Padres -126. Brewers +108, over under 8. Overs -122, unders even money. Padres -1/2 is +3. Brewers +1/2 is -156. I like the under at even money. Braves, Astros at 8 o'clock. Reynaldo Lopez and Hunter Brown. Braves -112, Astros -104, over under 9.5, overs -106, unders -114. Braves -1/2 is +138, Astros +1/2 is -166. I'm going to lay the money line with the Braves -112 at the Astros. 9:30, Cubs, Diamondbacks. Kyle Hendricks and Tommy Henry. D-backs -126, Cubs +108, over under 10.5, overs -102, unders -120. Cubs +1/2 is -182, D-backs -1/2 is +150. I'm going with the over. Reds, Mariners, Hunter Green and Logan Gilbert. Mariners -136, Reds +116, over under 7, overs -115, unders -105. Reds +1/2 is -192, Mariners -1/2 is +158. Interesting one. I'm going to go with the over, although I'm not comfortable with the over, if that makes sense. Cards, A's, Lance Lynn, JP Sears. Cards -146, A's +124, over under 8, -110 each way. Cards -1/2 is +116, A's +1/2 is -140. I'm laying the run line with the Cardinals. Then 10 o'clock, Nats, Dodgers, Patrick Corbin and TBD for the Dodgers. Dodgers -255, Nats +210, over under 9, -110 each way. Nats +1/2 is +105, Dodgers -1/2 is -126, over. Any Patrick Corbin start is an automatic over. All right, NBA play-in begins tonight. We have the Western Conference all on TNT. First up at 7:30, Lakers, Pelicans. So the winner will be the 7th seed, and the loser plays Friday night against the winner of Golden State Kings. So this is the time of the year where I really don't trust my numbers, as you guys know. So the Pelicans are giving 4.5. Total is 230 and 3/5 according to my numbers, but FanDuel has it. Lakers. Oh no, Pelicans favored by 1.5. Total 224.5. So the Pelicans are favored in this game. But I'm happy I have an edge on the over because I genuinely believe that the Lakers are going to win. So I'm going to take the over in this spot. And then 10 o'clock on TNT is the 9-10 game between the Warriors and the Kings. The Kings are favored by 2.5. Total is 232 and 1/5. And that's my numbers, but Golden State actually is favored by 2.5, totals 223. I'm going to take Sacramento getting the 2.5. This is a good rivalry. Obviously, these two teams played a Game 7 last year, and now they're playing an elimination game again this year. So, for this one, I'm going to go Sacramento plus the points. I'm not willing to take plus 120 because I could see like a Warriors survive and win by 2 kind of scenario here. Because I genuinely believe that the Lakers and the Warriors are going to win. So I'm going to take Sacramento plus the points, but I don't think they're actually going to win, if that makes sense. Okay, now move on to soccer. We will go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to Champions League today. La Liga from yesterday. Valencia over Osasuna 1-0. Serie A from yesterday. Fiorentina Genoa 1-1 draw, and Atalanta Verona 2-2 draw. Premier League. Chelsea over Everton 6-0. We have ELC today at 3 o'clock, Southampton, Preston. So, just going to pull that up real quick. Southampton minus 420, Preston plus 700, the draws plus 440. I like over 3.5 goals at plus 146. All right, today, 3 o'clock, Champions League quarterfinals, second leg, Dortmund Atletico. Atletico leads 2-1 on aggregate. Obviously, Atletico from La Liga. Dortmund from Bundesliga. So, really interesting game with two top teams in this league. Dortmund's plus 115, Atletico plus 220, draw plus 270. But the qualified Atletico's minus 235, Dortmund's plus 186. This has all the making of Dortmund wins, but Atletico advances. So I'm going to take Dortmund plus 115. And then Barcelona, PSG. Obviously, Barcelona from La Liga, PSG from French League One. Two really good teams. I obviously have a future of Barcelona that I'm going to bring up in a couple minutes. They're plus 110. PSG's 2-1. The draw's 3-1. And Barcelona leads 3-2 on aggregate. I'm going to take Barcelona plus 110 here at home. So the parlay I have is them to win the Champions League with Man City in Premier League, Denver Nuggets to win the title, Dallas Stars for the Stanley Cup. And I think there's one more thing in there. So all eyes on that today. For sure. And speaking of the portfolio, I have a future to give out for you guys. Since today is the start, or the unofficial start to the NBA playoffs, I'm going to give an NBA future for you. I'm going to do I want to do the NBA finalists one. I wonder if they have that same bet in hockey. because I want to get the matchup I want in hockey. Okay, that's 24-1. Maybe we'll bet that next week if that's still sitting there. So looking at the conference odds. Am I allowed to parlay some of these? I know I'm on Lakers to win the title and Heat to win the East. So this is a hard one. But I just want to grab some long shot thing. So, we'll do an NBA finalists thing. What is a Heat Nuggets rematch? 38-1. And Heat Lakers is the one I'm eyeing. It'd be fun if you had two playing teams in the finals. 320-1. Why not? The Heat just have to find a way to get that Philly Philly Bulls or Hawks melee, and the Lakers just win tonight, and I could just hedge this by betting on Denver, or the Lakers lose tonight to the Pelicans and they beat the Golden State Sacramento winner, and they have a better path that way against OKC. And then the other way to hedge this would be take Denver in X games if they were to play Denver. And from Miami's standpoint, you take Boston in X games or Knicks in X games. You know what I mean? So we do Miami Lakers 320-1. I'm going to lay a fifth of a unit on it. It's a ridiculous bet, but why not? The Heat Lakers finals 320-1. So fun. But I just wanted to do something crazy for the playoffs. Okay, now we'll talk about American Idol from last night. This was the Safe or Danger episode. With the top 20, everybody performed. And the 10 finalists in the danger zone had to perform for the judges, and the judges picked 3 people to join the 10 that were safe to make the top 14. So, the show started off with Contavious announced that he was in the danger zone, and he performed Make It Happen by Mariah Carey. McKenna, safe, performing Tumbleweed, which is her late birth mother's song, which was very, very sweet. I thought she was outstanding. Jordan was in danger. He performed Attention by Charlie Puth. Jack was safe. He performed Feeling Whitney by Post Malone. Kennedy, Danger, Something Bad by Miranda Lambert and Carrie Underwood. And the funny thing about that is that I swear she said, "Oh, Sunday night," instead of, "Oh, something bad." That was really funny. I swear she said Sunday night instead of something bad. And I thought that was really, really funny. Yeah, the lyrics are, oh, something bad, but it sounded like she said, whoa, Sunday night. Like as in Sunday Night Football. I thought that was hysterical. Next was Jennifer. She was in the Danger Zone. She performed All I Want by Codaline. Aji, Danger Zone, performed Call Out My Name by The Weeknd. Mia was safe. She performed Burning House by Cam. Keiko safe, performing his original What If. Naya, Danger, performing Water by Tyla, which was outstanding. Will was safe. He performed Gone for Good, which was an original. Abby safe, performing My Mind by Yeba. Odell, Danger, Wait on You by Elevation Worship. Cabrin, safe, Zombie by The Cranberries. Mackenzie, Danger, False Alarms by Lawrence featuring John Bellion. Emmy, safe, did an original called Skinny. Julia was safe, performing Need a Favor by Jelly Roll. Jaina, Danger, performing All I Wanted by Paramore. Tristan was safe, performing Till You Can't by Cody Johnson. And Roman was in danger, performing It's a Man's World by James Brown. Alright, so my Danger performance rankings. 1 through 10. Mackenzie, Odell, Jordan, Roman, Jennifer, Jaina, Naya, Aji, Contavious, Kennedy. And the 4 they saved were Jordan, Roman, Jaina, and Naya. So 2 men, 2 ladies. So congratulations to those 4 plus the top 10 safe people to make the top 14. And then my safe performance rankings, I thought Abby, McKenna, Keiko, Tristan, Julia, Cabrin, Emmy, Mia, Will, Jack. So looking forward to next week. It's going to be a good show. And I wonder what the cut's going to be. I wonder if it's going to be 10 or 12, 8. 8 would be crazy at this point. It's probably going to be, my guess is it's going to be 10. And then we're going to be at the Judge's Choice round sooner rather than later. So that's going to be fun. Okay, now we move on to the news and notes for today. And we have to open news and notes by talking about the sudden retirement of legendary New York Yankees radio broadcaster John Sterling. This news came out of left field. It really was stunning in terms of timing. And it's effective immediately. There was rumblings that it was retiring or declining health. But Michael Kay said that John is just tired. But the other part of me thinks there's more to this. Like family or something. But John and Michael, for that matter, doesn't want to make it public because obviously Michael declined that it was because of health reasons when Andrew Marchand of the New York, formerly of the New York Post, currently of the Athletic, said it was because of health issues. So, John Sterling, fabulous career. He is synonymous with Yankees baseball from my generation. 35 years as radio voice of the Yankees. He was originally partners with Michael Kay. And then Michael Kay went to the Yes Network when that branded. And then Susan Waldman became his partner on the radio. And Susan Waldman's been with the Yankees for a very long time. She used to be, before she went to the Fan, she was on MSG, because the Yankees used to be on MSG back in the day. And that's crazy to think about, that the Yankees are on the same network as the Knicks and the Rangers. But that's true. I feel like everybody used to be on MSG. I think the Mets were on it before the SNY came along too, but I could be wrong about that. But yeah, the announcement was made official after Andrew Marchand reported on the planned news conference for Friday, which Sterling was anticipated to retire, citing health concerns. But like I said, Michael Kay said it's unrelated to health. And the team will recognize his contributions in a pregame ceremony to Saturday's Yankees-Rays game, and he was originally slated to call the series. So, the Fan will replace Sterling with Justin Shackle and Emmanuel Berbari. And the two were already slated to call the majority of road games this year with Susan Waldman. But neither Shackle or Berbari are guaranteed to receive the full-time job. So this is going to be their audition. And I think there's other guys in the mix. I think that Brendan Burke's in the mix, the Islanders announcer. And that would be yet another Islanders announcer going to New York baseball, as we saw with Howie Rose. Well, Howie Rose was doing Mets and Islanders at the same time, but he just chose the Mets because the Mets are his baby. Just like how the Yankees were Sterling's baby, and K's, and Mike Breen with the Knicks, and Sam Rosen with the Rangers. Like, you've seen it everywhere. But yeah, Sterling and Kay would do the games together on the radio, especially in the late 90s, in the Derek Jeter era, before Yes, as I brought up. In terms of other guys in the mix for the Yankee radio gig, I think Ryan Ruocco's name has to be mentioned. And I think it has to be mentioned. And talk about irony, how Michael Kay said, I'll never go on the Fan. And it turns out that he knew about this John Sterling thing. But what if they asked Michael to call the games with Susan on the Fan for the playoffs? I'd sign up for that as a Yankees fan. Like, I want Michael Kay and Susan Waldman calling my playoff games this year on the radio. I mean, all due respect to Justin Shackle and Emmanuel Berbari, they're not Michael Kay. And they're obviously not John Sterling. And honestly, they're not even Ryan Ruocco, who knows the team really well. So I think Ryan Ruocco, Brendan Burke have to be mentioned in terms of long-term guys. But from a playoff standpoint, you can't rule out Michael Kay unless if ESPN Radio has big plans for him, which can't be counted out either, unfortunately. I mean, fortunate, but unfortunate, because, like, Michael Kay would have to pick between the Yankees and ESPN Radio. And, I mean, he did ESPN Radio last year because the Yankees didn't make it. And then he was on TV as well. I remember he called that Cardinals-Phillies game, or series, for the wild card series on ESPN and ABC on TV. So he's going to get a wild card series if the Yankees aren't a wild card. Because if the Yankees win their division, they're probably going to get a bye, because you know that they're going to have a better record than the AL Central winner, for crying out loud. So they're probably going to be the 1 seed if they win their division. So Michael Kay's going to have to call a wild card round on TV. And then he would have to pick between ESPN Radio and the Yankees. But he was always there with Yes covering. And he was in studio for a little bit, too. They had him in studio the year that they got swept by the Astros because he was all upset on TV. So, I'm interested to see what happens with Michael Kay come playoff time if the fan brings him on. As they think they should, have him and Susan Waldman do the games. That'd be really, really cool for me as a Yankees fan, but we'll see. And that's obviously a huge story, and congrats to John on a fabulous run. He'll be missed, and it's not going to be the same. I agree with Susan Waldman. It's not going to be the same. All right. So, other news this morning, Sabres fired Don Granato after another season of missing the playoffs. Granato was there for a while. I thought they were going to fire him last year, but they fired him this year, so we'll see where they go to replace him. Ryan Dunn enters the NBA draft, potential first-rounder, now former Virginia Cavalier. The NBA sets an attendance record as 22.5 million plus fans went to games. Average attendance was over 18,000, and there's 872 sellouts. It looks like the Nets have their choice of a head coach. Kings assistant Jordi Fernandez has emerged as Brooklyn's top choice. So they're going with yet another new guy. We'll see how that works. But that's not official yet. USA Basketball has one spot left. They went through the usual suspects: LeBron, KD, Steph, Booker, Tatum, Embiid, Drew Holiday. They went through a whole bunch of suspects, and the one spot left should go to none other than should be MVP candidate Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks. But we'll see. And speaking of Jalen Brunson, he's open to a Knicks return as he doesn't really care about the money, is eligible for extension this summer. 2 big-name receivers passed on voluntary workouts amid contract talks. That's Cowboys' CeeDee Lamb and Vikings' Justin Jefferson. Meanwhile, Devontae Smith gets paid 3-year extension, $75 million, $51 million guaranteed. You know the Eagles were proactive on this because the other guys were going to get paid, and they know Smith isn't as good as those other guys. Meanwhile, Smith may think he's as good as those other guys. The Patriots hosted Michael Penix Jr. as they had dinner with him before a meeting today. Zvonimir Ivizik is following John Calipari to Arkansas. So that's a big get for them. Big loss for Kentucky. Caleb Foster says he's 1,000% committed to the Blue Devils as he's returning. Aaron Bradshaw commits to Ohio State. So that's a big get for them. DJ Wagner enters the transfer portal. That's not surprising. And Boogie Flan, he's a 5-star, originally committed to Kentucky, decommitted as he requested to be released from his NLI to reopen his recruitment. Jaden Schutt entering the transfer portal, former Duke guard. The Jaguars signed Aussie Rules star Patrick Murtaugh. So that's big news. Another wide receiver I didn't report, by the way, is Broncos' Cortland Sutton. Sia Suzuki on the 10-day injured list with oblique strain. Big loss for the Cubs. Tyler O'Neill gets 8 stitches as he's in concussion protocol after a collision with Rafael Devers. Not ideal. He was playing well for them. Penn State wide receiver Keandre Lambert-Smith enters the portal. A little late for that, right? Rashid Rice is being sued for $1 million as he's facing a lawsuit for 2 victims in a multi-car crash. Grayson Allen gets an extension from the Suns, 4 years, $70 million. He's been one of the best three-point shooters in the league this year, so it's not surprising they paid him. Derrick Rose doesn't plan on retiring. He says he's coming back next year. Troy Weaver saves his job with the Pistons somehow, but the team is looking for a new head of basketball operations. So they're looking to hire somebody above him. Serena Williams says that she wants to own a WNBA team. So that's pretty cool. We'll do WNBA draft in a second. Tommy Pham signs with the White Sox, 1 year, $3 million. So we'll see how that pickup goes. Justin Verlander's nearing his return as he's likely starting this weekend against the Nationals. So that's a big deal for Houston. And WNBA draft. Of course, Caitlin Clark goes first to the Indiana Fever. Number 2 to the Sparks, Cameron Brink. The Sky at number 3 takes South Carolina star Camila Cardoso. The Sparks take Rakia Jackson of Tennessee. The Dallas Wings take J.C. Sheldon of Ohio State. The Mystics, with the 6th pick, take Aaliyah Edwards of UConn. And the Sky at number 7, I think, get a steal here with Angel Reese. The Lynx take Alyssa Peely of Utah. At 8 and 9, Carla Light of France. The Connecticut Sun take Layla Lacan of France at 10. 11 to the Liberty, Marquisha Davis of Ole Miss. And the Dream at 12 take Nadia Polk of Australia. So, and Caitlin Clark jerseys nearly sold only a few hours after getting drafted. And Tyrese Halliburton welcomes Caitlin Clark to Indy. And then Dwayne Wade welcomes Angel Reese to Chicago. And how about this? Iowa guard Kate Martin came to support Caitlin Clark before the Aces selected her. So that is really cool that she didn't expect to get drafted. And she just came to support Caitlin Clark, which was pretty neat. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day, brought to you by FanDuel. So, for this one, I'm undecided between a few. And the one I decided to go with was I'm still undecided. So I kind of lied. I'm going to take a chance with this one. I just think 7's low. I'm going over in the Reds. And the Mariners. So, over 7 minus 115. A 20th of a unit. Reds, Mariners over 7. So there you have it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything and looking to everything tomorrow. And then we have Masked Singer and Survivor tomorrow as well, so that should be fun. I'll do another mock draft, and then We'll do some NBA power rankings hopefully as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.